Hey guys, morning. Wow, what's the again a small bounce, a 50 point bounce in the market right now is what 8:41 a.m. in the US market. And do have looking for some inflection at this 60 point today. Got in a nice trade, didn't do a trade plan last night, was busy doing some other stuff rather than do a trade plan. We had some stuff going on, got in back some 93s, got this perfect sell as well, what we consider a perfect sell yesterday at 24, 6, 25, 60. We were looking for it, we hunted it down. These minis got smoked early in the morning with two trades trying to buy into it. If you were looking for a value trade from the overnight value trade for support, they would have cut me in and made some good profits. We did get in a long contract on the mini and just scalp through to make sure that we rebalanced on the account. Oh my throat. Right, we were looking at that 25.60 by lunchtime. If you was on when Hook was on top step, I kind of mentioned it. If we would reach at that point, just bought some one contract on the breakout into the upside, looking for that 25.60. Got out at 25.65, and we entered the short side. Put our option on the short too. Got in and out of the option pretty quickly. 24.40 is still an important level. The important thing we came here for this morning that early, that is wow, 3.2 million jump in job claims. That is double what was expected. The market is reacting a little funny. I know YouTube is giving a lot of trouble also. Don't see any notifications and stuff coming across to have from my channel. Think YouTube might be shutting down. Having people working from home might be an issue. So if you're looking for this area here, like the band we're looking at, getting short off this morning, we want to make sure that we have that particular trade and then look to fade into it. I want to see where the delta flips this morning. What the hell is with YouTube this morning? Try and pop out my chat. Right, we're looking for the continuation trade there. We in the live trade at the 40. We know where we stops are. We know where take profits are in this area using 14 points on it. We stop, so I just need to hit 26 to get out of the first leg of the trade, cutting way up here. You can see 20s are yesterday's pre-market POC at 25.60 did as well. Let's just make sure and capture. We were looking at pre-market stuff to get into the market. We got to get this in the right place now. That's your value, that is your point of control. We know where we would have gotten knotted up. Most likely would have gotten knotted up. Yesterday was value trade. Just didn't get buys on the micros. Decided to go to the minis. Got my cash in and out. Seems to be working pretty well in the last couple of days. So if you're looking for the area, that is that's what you're looking for. Otherwise, this is just a flush in the market, we believe, by algos. Is that where I buy the room I sell the news kind of stuff. Or sell the room I buy the news. Because this is a big number. That is 3.2 million job claims. Somebody got pretty hard hit there. So we in two contract micro there. Didn't put it in here. The money definitely be up. You got the but up and coffee because totally in trouble this morning. So if you're looking for retest, look for that retest there. You know where the breaker is, where your stop should be. So this is how you should be lined up. This is more or less where we lined up here. Look for the structure, look for the best place to enter. You can see where we're leaning on. Right there. So that's 45, we know where stops are, we know where we want to be. For that, look for the continuation. Stop, you can see where the TP1 is. Losing 14 points this morning. On the stop loss side. See, already is what I hate this for. If we get a micro, this might be a lead on. Or you could just wait for the point of control. Use one contract if you're trading alpha here and two contracts. Off here we have enough trade there. Looking at Delta pre-market. Well, look at alarms. Why we have so many alarms? Can't put all the others to get there. So you're looking at ending at 45. Want to make sure we stop the. If you are aggressive, you could look for entries at 40s. I'm going to be short in the market. Most likely I might be waiting for the market will be open. And today it's even a real trouble. Don't look at the internet or YouTube or what. Most likely is the internet on our side, so ding 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 ding. Oh yeah, I need to do some work home today on the house. Do have any construction guys coming across because of this COVID stuff. Should be locked in, yeah.
Order filled.
Filled on one side at 45. Ding, 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 ding. Now what we're looking for is the important move with back to downside within 15 points as a stop. Use one or two contracts on this free market, so you just have two contracts running because if you like two contracts and you can afford to trade too many contracts. Micros are same many. What is it, the alarm I wanted? This starting system buggy as hell. It's buggy as hell. looking for clean rejection, strip body delta. If you don't see the strip body delta, that means you might get flush free open on the market and then sell off after the open on the market. So just be careful on how you actually trade in this to get a better price to the upside that good enough. You're using this as you can do, because we're using this big number to help with the bias this morning. So if you were trading last night and you didn't participate in this 97 and that 93 trade, you may be looking to buy a gun and shoot yourself. No, I'm making sure. Yeah. This was probably the easiest trade we take for a long while as a head and shoulder move. Easier than that, you're ready don't buy. And what you look for is value volume nodal point for that. Crap. Yeah, this is a crap thing weird. Yeah, so this is what we were looking at yesterday for that. See right there? Yeah, inflective. So most likely they might get flushed out of this trade if you're in this trade. We don't have any qualms about that this morning trading now for it. We're looking for is that point of control to get into micro. I mean mini. If we do get that 66, we're looking for that 66. We're looking for 66 to jump in a big way in the market. See if our own support offer at 2400 again, which didn't bother us too much. If you're getting at 50s, we're been close to perfect entry if you're looking for the sell. So that 97 was very inflective. Let's just have a look at what deviations look like for today. You see that 1, 2, we stair step from the close. That's what we're looking at. Got in at 95. Working order. You just put the working order there now. Last night got enough outside. It's not just using what a deviation is. Sometimes you can see for the last couple of days we just didn't use deviations at all. We use when appropriate. So you're looking to fit this punch in the market. You just fit. Why are all those alarms here? Don't know. Don't care. You can see they try to flush. The one or the two things could happen there. Either it's a flush move prior to the market open. Not we really don't believe the market going to the upside. So we are involved in an option trade. The option trade is out of the money option trade, meaning that we're trying to sell something that is not at market. Just got in post news. We waited for the volatility to cool down. Got in this option trade. Because we would have gotten it, the wrong number was easier for us to actually pull some 24s. You know what the inflection consequences of 724s are? As we're looking at 724s, you wait for your time, so 24s. Costing is pretty high on options these days. The options spread it up. So what I do is yes, just allow out of the money spread. You will be able to do that. For 24 to 33 40 study. I just add the short option ran up from a 25.60. The spread was 25.60 to 24.40. Made a bit of money on that option so far. Without hedging yourself. Unbalancing your trading options. I may actually set up my Skype on this account and have a talk to Dan because Dan has a lot of knowledge on options especially. I just use it as part of my portfolio to balance. Ooh, got flush. The flashing is going on. Let's see what's up. The did get out of 5 whites as well, so we're sitting on 50 as well now. I think it's 30 or 35. No, I need to check. The hunt for the POC might be on. Overnight volume.
Stop filled.
Yeah, that's stopped out. Overnight volume is what? Where is overnight volume position call? That's a lot heavy on the micro side. That's a lot heavy on the micro side. Yeah, this is probably flushing. Going on Friday market, you can see we have our alarm set up. Without alarm. Well, let's see what happens at the open here. Why are all these alarms on? Click on the volatility side. Okay, one here. See, your point of control is right there from yesterday. Now you see more of a Gaussian. You have a double distribution, sort of a double distribution here. One distribution, two distribution to the upside. Oh, I need to check out that too. That's a big number. I want to see what's up with this. Previous close was 24.67. That does make a size. As we posted as my close was 1, 2, 3, 24.66. Under control. 24.66 area. 66.5. This is where we do actually taking the risk is in here. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. Super good. Probably bouncing and just at $1. Hope I don't get strike. It's sort of a mood this morning. Hey, somebody launching a rocket this morning. That's cool. notification going on. Hee. That's weird. That that's weird. Should be somewhere. Yeah, there is YouTube. Just weird. Don't know. Nope. Don't know. We just wait till the open. So 2 areas you're looking for. Looking at being short, you don't want to be long in the market. First, our opinion is to be the bearish side. We do have it over here. One working order right up here with stops out here. Yeah, 25 minutes away from the market open. Didn't get notified for anything right here. I know it's observed one more feed that I usually get notified for. We are looking for it on the trade. Let it play out. Let's see where we located here. Our trade just went after we did mini offer at 66 level. We'll put it in here. To switch my phone to I will probably see my do in the background. That's a logical move. We have one working order sitting here. This one now will come up. It's supposed to be up already. That's weird. I got that to one this morning. Somebody probably didn't get the serve off.
Order filled.
We ended up selling off to below the midpoint as the market kind of adjusts before the vote. And so that's where we stand. In terms of what's ahead for today, we do have the natural gas figure. It's not really important to me, to most of you. We do have a couple of auctions, the 4-week bill, 8-week bill, and 7-year note auctions coming up. And then that's pretty much it. Tokyo CPI, Tokyo Core CPI, and then industrial profits from China.
Run up against the bulge,
and most likely a lot of news. The amount of the number of coronavirus cases in the United States shot way up yesterday. I believe it was a record break higher on the number of cases. And of course, you know, as we all know, it's we still don't know how many really have been infected. So I expect that over time, we're likely to see more and more in this realm as more and more people are tested, as more kits go around. So the numbers out of Spain continue to climb, and that's not looking good. So the sequence of increases in corona cases is actually quite as anticipated by the experts, and it's quite scary. I invite you to take a look at some of the websites tracking it. It's a pretty fearsome thing. So that's that. Let's take a look at what was expected yesterday versus what we got. Yesterday we're opening at the upper end of the range out here between 24.40 and 24.45.
Trying to get into the
and we were opening right in that area as I was talking. And the primary expectation is that it's likely to face some resistance.
You got filled at 70.
Drop down into 23.70,
trying to show you why we got 70s.
23.65 area for a bounce. The secondary scenario is it attempts to push lower in an open auction, and then we're likely to squeeze higher into, I believe I was saying 25.15 or so. 25.15 or so. Here's what actually happened yesterday. Wow, there's a lot of rotations yesterday.
Yeah.
Here's what actually happened. We opened at 24.44 right on top of that zone.
We entered the live at 20.
Down,
25, 470.
sold off down to 23.90.
On the live.
So not to
Just to be live onto there, just trying to show you why we took 25, 20.
23.65, and then from there we start to squeeze higher. We extend the range upwards. Again, the area that I'm monitoring yesterday very close, 40, 45. We end up squeezing higher, and then from there, looking for 25.44 above 2,500. It pushed right through, and it ended up selling off into the close on what was really decent volume. Coming right back to the point of control for the session, beneath the VWAP, beneath the mid, inside of the IB, and was basically acting like it was discounting
bullshit
rally above 24.86. Essentially, could not hold the prices above 2,500 yesterday. The delta was very strong yesterday, reaching some pretty high numbers, and it looked like it was going to continue to get support. But the selling
lost more than 20
based on what, but overall, just couldn't hold those higher prices. So in the overnight session, in light of the fact that we have somewhat of a double distribution profile beneath the low volume node, which was at about 24.90. The expectation overnight is that we were likely to session. We open back up, test back almost to the pullback area right here. We sell off, and then Europe comes in. and then Europe comes in right in here, and they basically are in balance and selling off. And there's the release of the initial claims in GDP, and the market has taken a pretty strong bounce. The profile overnight is pretty balanced. Volume is actually quite low,
Yeah, that is
relatively
mentioned.
low to the prior overnight sessions of 528,000. The market seems to be at rest and most likely in standby mode, and that is likely to be
Now trading against the open is very difficult. If you're trading micros, doing this we have
day. So
2
profile
minutes on
overnight
with proper risk, be risking
appears to be
almost 12 to
balanced
1300
with
or
a
1300
fine
dollars
value
on
area.
at risk.
You want to control
We entered
the
at
edge.
2470s
About in the same
of
range,
with TP.
2440 to 2450. That's that zone from
Using a
yesterday.
14 point stop on the actual, so our stops on the
So
actuals
as
at
we come in and
84.
open up, we're opening up right in the thick of the overnight session when we're expecting that we're likely to run into resistance up to 2470, 75, right up here. Right up here, likely to run into that. It's the close area as well, and likely to be a choppy open. That's what the overnight session is indicating. In
I'm going
the
to show you
order
exactly
flow,
how our trade is set
Order
up
filled.
right now.
in the order flow, some interesting
What the hell?
a relatively
Save that.
muted evening until.
So how we have the trade set up is the actual fill is there at
claims.
70.
Did not see, for the first time in a while, did not see some real clear collisions. The 2415 here had a nice collision and a bounce.
Yes.
And then
What's up with
underneath
this
there
system?
we had 2400, which I'll show you here. 2400 was lit up. Look at that, 2400
I'm trying to show you actual
was
already
lit up
out.
pretty good. Lit up pretty good, and
This is
we
pretty
hit
much to
it,
be traded. I'm
collided with
meaning
it.
off
You
by
see
this
that
stuff.
size trading at the at that area, and it was pretty well stacked. Bounced right off and pushed through, took out the last high, and is now running for a little bit. I don't believe it has the energy.
Order filled.
The stop is at
I don't
84.
believe it has the energy to continue higher from here. In my opinion, I think it's likely
Yeah, that's
more
it.
likely to be
Yeah,
chopped
that
around
point.
from here than anything else. So let's look at the key areas that are showing up here. The overnight hop 2497.50 in front of the 2500. This is still a key offered area, same as yesterday. This size has been here quite some time.
Is it the internet?
There's a little bit of an offer
Alright,
in this
so
area
this
here,
is the important.
2475. I just talked about it.
So it's very watching actually, and what the hell is going on? We need to move
On the
all
open
that.
and likely to cost.
That's why we look at the 70. You could see the build on here. Once you see that build, we're looking for the version right here. That's what we're looking for. This is why we got in at 70. So you would see the inversion point we're looking at here.
So it's on the map. It's likely to be.
That's why I was looking for that, so you can actually see something like why we actually do that. Pull the trade. Pull the trigger on the trade at 70. So you always look at, so when you ask if why you didn't take the trigger, yeah, put the trigger on one side and trade something different from one side. That's why. And what I'll lean on and what I'll trade based on. Well, it is on the micro and the mini account. So we took the minis on that, we didn't take the micros on it. And we know it's pre-market, we know what the risk is by trading this quantity is. Either we take a full advantage of the market, we know where the market open was, we know what the news is, we
On my end,
delineate
for
everything we
testing
could delineate, we know
24,
exactly where our
70,
stops are. We want our
24.75.
stops to be
Not
beyond
be
this
able to
closing node
successfully
here.
push higher.
We want to make sure the entry is purposely
Looking for
for
an
put,
impulse down into this 24.45
because
area
we're dealing with a lot of money here. 14 pointers,
before and for it to slip through.
$700 per contract
Slip
on a
through
trade. So
down
if we lose two of these because of what the margin is, the requirements of the margin this morning, I wouldn't be able to be here. Probably might be here a little bit until after market open, but we're looking for the order flow to be back to the downside.
2400.
We're looking for the 56 for the 1-to-1 top of value area.
Broadcasting in 1080p high definition.
Yeah. So talking about that. So that's why I see the live is probably the internet. Don't know why the internet or on his side. Okay.
Looking for an impulse down into this 24.45
Looking for
area
86.
before and for it to slip through. For it to slip through and down 2400 again.
You can see what
The quality of the broadcast. I'm broadcasting in 1080p high definition.
right is why I am looking for.
Mid broadcast.
72.
Expect a
This
flight
little area here is
2500.
what you know that I'm looking at. He's looking at 86. He's looking at the initial balance high.
Um,
And look for the move, for the continuation move, what is going to move at the 86. Maybe right, maybe wrong. Who knows? I just chose my number of what I see in the market. Yeah, he's running on 1080p. So I choose my figures based on what I see the liquidity, based on what I am looking at for the pre-market, what I see for the pre-market, what the open was, what the point, the close was, and trading that. Of course, you could always run off the 86. You can see why I have 84 is right there. Stops, you know exactly why I want to be able to stop in the market, know what my volt is, see my cost is.
not to.
So having a different opinion is always good, but trade what you see. So I have two shots at two mini trades, I think micro trades today. So I usually take one on the overnight if that's successful, me get into the pre-market as like here, looking for the order flow to either agree or disagree with me, or stand by, wait for more or less 10 a.m. or London close trade, or look for the inflection point there. My alarm goes off, and maybe here tick in the background, bang bang bang. Trading pre-market with full minis is always dangerous. We can handle the risk involved in it because we had a winner last night on the minis. So that's the only reason we in the trade again is trading strategy, trying to press against what you look at in the market, where the order flow looks like, where we seeing the order flow. You see the 75, 72, so you're looking for liquidity, it's bouncing against that liquidity there. So if it does break through that liquidity, you know, you would have automatic failure in the trade. With the market moving this fast, we looked at working orders for this morning to trade our point. We know what time it is, what the risk involved was, where the nodal value, if we see clean trade either way in the market or against us in the market. What is going on here? Is the internet still working? Where? Just now got frozen up on both my live and thing charts. I think it might be the internet, the interwebs. Just need to go and get some coffee. So 9 minutes away from the open. You should have your charts up. Trade only what you see, guys. So as you can see, well, that's why I cash away from my bookmark. Background stuff. is once see clashes and stuff. When we talking about absorption, we're not just here, but speak about absorption or inflection. That's what I'll actually be looking at. So, where did it now come up?
Repair type of day, which we have traded to the point of control from yesterday and now beyond. So it's looking like this market is seeking another test of this 1700 big fat round number level up here. Looking now into the euro. The market continuing to push to the upside on lower volume. I'm going to be looking at a pretty decent opportunity, I think, here when the market gets to weekly kickoff high up here at the 110.70, if the market does indeed get there. But again, we've got a little bit of a volume divergence. As price continues to move higher, volume is cutting off. Is that good? I mean, it is attempting to move higher, but how good of a job is it doing getting there? It seems to be cutting off volume at higher prices. So I'll be really looking forward to an opportunity to see an execution up here at 110.70 if given that opportunity today. Taking a quick look at the 30. We got 7 minutes here. Overnight longs, obviously, okay. All of our overnight was above settlement. Settlement is down here at 109.08 and a half ticks. And all of that activity is up here. This is a previous weekly kickoff level that is currently looking at as resistance. If we can get through there, then we may get our opportunity to see that 1070 level for that execution that I'm looking forward to as we move along here. The Japanese yen. Okay, we've got a little bit of a breakout here above this 91.50 level. There's been 4 days of indecision in this market. We added 2,500 in open interest yesterday. Volume had been cutting off down at this level. I'm going to be looking for some bigger volume, and if we can bring in new buyers, new business to the upside in this market, we may see this market drive considerably higher at some point today. There's a lot of space above this market. So looking now into the 30-minute chart, we put this pen formation on here yesterday afternoon as in my my personal performance coach. We've been looking for this market to break out because it's getting relatively close to the apex of this move here. Whoops. Let me do this. And we'll make that array. So you can see, I mean, we're into the 25% of left before we get to the apex. We had the breakout to the upside last night during the overnight session, the Asian session, the London session continued to push that market. We're above that important inflection level of 91.50. If we continue to hold up here, we may see more buyers come into this market. What we're looking for up here is new business that's going to help us move this market to the upside. If you can't hold up here, you've got a whole lot of weaker money overnight longs that are just chomping at the bit to see more buyers come into this market. If they don't show up, there may be a pretty significant pullback at some point today. All right, so again, please forgive us or forgive me for my tardiness today. I'm just going to take my deep breath, stay humble, grateful, and creative today. Stay positive, stay safe, and take care of yourself and take care of others. Dan will be back here at 3 o'clock for the. Looking forward to seeing how these markets have played. Of course, this can be ejecting it just before the open,
Probably
looking for a
watch it on
possible
replay.
repair type of day, which we have traded to, I'm sure, by the
This
recap.
is
So
count
trade well,
by
get out there and
you wanna buy
profit.
the news.
We'll see you later.
That weird. Change back to my micro account. Took a 1250 loss on micro mini, sorry. Look at it. Very using that. Got my stick free market. Yeah, you'll see the market may fade on the open. Patience, patience, patience. What is all that about? We're 3 minutes away from the open. That's weird with that number we see. I know what this is weird with that. Yeah, did not get quite full value trade for this. Nope. Did not. Don't know what those alarms came up for. No, I took one, we took the one off here. Get the gift and then break through. That's not a good sign. Knowing what the news is. So we don't know if it's a sell rumor by the news stuff we're going on. Which is weird. So you have last night's high here. I think probably FT would probably be waited watching this price action here at the open. Sit on your hands for a bit. Wait to see what that market does. Because that's where it created volume right off news to the upside. We were expecting trade to fade. Did not fade for some reason. That guy for some reason long. That's a big number against being a bull in this market. A big number for any. We don't know if it's an algo or what. Probably trip this. This is not. Because we looked at the volume. Volume was relatively low against it. We went way back into the micro account. You can see what we're looking at very closely. This number here. We have the structure on the end of it. We have yesterday's value right up here. So we want to see move, hit, structure, bang, upside, flush, out. Looking for guys to flush out and then join the sell using our sell stop in the market. So you're looking at 23 to the upside, 97 test, and where the market opens. You want to see the market active push through. Wait for the push to happen. Yeah, 2 points we're looking at. Right there. We want to see the market hit that point and then start to reverse and just add a market sell into the market. Yeah, some MIP relation going on. Waiting for it. Bang. watching the delta trade down the bottom of my screen. You're watching delta, you're watching value price, and see where the reaction is, where the reaction reflection is. I'm looking for that 10 a.m. anyway in the range. Right there. Only don't see it label here either. Put in here. First at our liquidity point. Oh, Jesus. I need to jump out by 10 a.m. this morning. I want to see how this price reacts to the first opening range. This is the opening range right here. The opening range is right there. I want to see if the punch survives, or if it flips, you know, which part the stops need to be, if it does happen, and when to join, if and when to join. Alright, I want to see swift reaction back to the downside or whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4. And look for your best position to enter the market in. Watching the rotation. The rotations are wicked this morning. Watching delta is still positive. Price is still moving to the upside. Always have this in mind while you're watching this. You know where the check out points are. Check out points at 22, 20 to 24, 25. And anything at all under 4.2. You know what the risk is, what the volatility was here. And we traded micros, so we took the one shot on the mini that failed. We went after the opening. Right, you can see that's a lot of positive delta there. That's more than 2,000 contracts to the positive side. Be patient. When you see that positive delta there and the market is reacting currently in price, you can see here you will have a negative delta and price just did not react. I just want to see is actual delta flipping in the market, because this is where you have that's where you make it say nope and then nope. With the volatility as high as it is, this is not what we call dangerous. This is yeah, whatever. Yes, people. Patience. Yeah, you're almost your one deviation just now hit. I just got the alarm on my system. This is the one deviation. So we end up putting the one in. That kick is unexpected, so that's why you're doing iffy about it. One blog are watching are looking at this. How the trade is developing. If we have price acceptance in the area here, which is surprising that we have this amount of price acceptance. Watching to see what the delta is. Good calculation. Flicking my finger. How? Where? I don't want to jump in front of that train, so. Make sure I set up this correctly. Right now, this is supposed to be F2. Quartile stops for the micros. 14 for 4 is 16 plus 40, 56, 57 points. Hey, there's a flip. Oh, let's see if we set and pressure holds. Nope, fail. Execute, execute, execute. Waiting for it, waiting for it. I'm a finger on my life account. Set the booking order on the live account right there. No? Want to book the order there. We got it on 22.5. We got it on 22.5. I wanted to see the flip here. There's a flip there. I wanted to see the fade or 5. use your that trigger. See initial reaction here, then you use your reaction there. So if you're looking and following the trade, I just
Order
on the
filled.
market day, I got in way up here at 21. So that's how you draw in your live execution. So to do it, or you look for corrections in the market. I got up something right up there. We're trying to sell the market there, but pull that way so we'll be able to see exactly where it is. So what we looked at was looking at getting in that flip in the trade. I got in at 20s because market fast. It'll take hands before I do anything. So what we have here is we're looking at working orders, setting up working orders. That is your entry there at 16 to 17. If you're looking to get into the trade, 20s to 24, you look at the 20.5 for your entries. My entry is at 20 here. So we look for the flip into the downside, drop the hammer, bang, shot, did. Yeah, it's how you look to enter into the market. You look for your divergence, convergence, divergence with your delta. And it's knowing exactly where your location is in the market to see right there, one deviation. What is your high entry, what is your low entry? You can see right there, what's your bottom corner. 25 hit 23.5. Look to jump in on the sell stop side. So I wait for this market. Show me the delta fall, enter the market as soon as this candle opens. That is why I have this on as a timer in the market. So as soon as this candle opens, I'll pull the trigger. That's how trading strategy works. You can sell stop in it or active market. So based on how you see the market and the market reaction, that's how you look to enter into the market. It's very difficult to trade off it, but most of the time it works pretty well. So my first TP is at 14 points, but I'm at 106. Need to pull this off so I'll be able to show it easier. I'm just trying to show where the entry was. So first exit here is 125.06. And the moment reflect exactly. Just reflecting the entry and the exit. My stops are at 21 at 34.
Order filled.
Just cleared my first TP. Now how I treat this is look for the runner. Look for where active value is. Look for structure for the entry and the exit. Using active value, knowing exactly where the liquidity is. So I'm not in liquidity at this point. When it rolling stops right up. Now we do know because it's micro traded. You look to follow actually follow the trade partly. You know exactly where your kill zones are. You have a kill zone right here, maybe a stop here. Sorry, not just stop here. So this is why we don't, well, when I say be a signal trader, this is what is making it difficult to be a signal trader, because when the market is active, you have no choice. So how I'm managing this, I want full value on managing this trade. You can see what I'm doing here. Because it was partial fill from the 20s, I mean from a 20 entry, just getting 3 to 4 points on the back end. I use structure to protect my on it if and when it does flip. I'm looking for full value on the trade, looking at 2460 as my exit. If it does bounce back up from here, we know exactly where our risk is. Now the demo is showing something different from what we have on actuals. Actuals, we only have 5 points at risk, 5.25 points at risk in the market. So that means we take off 10 points our profit from the trade with the option to re-enter into the trade at the 10 a.m. So we know exactly this is your actual entry here, this is your primary exit there. How you look to trade your watch, you're looking for that 2502 area, which is the value area high from yesterday. If you be looking to probably get into additional single sell. So all the trade now is single, so your versus break even on any trade or a little small loss. So when you refer to small loss based on re-entries, most of the time that's what you're looking at. So you're looking for order flow, entry, retest, push, retest. Now this becomes very difficult because of this, and it's not trying to track the trade, it's trying to actually get into the entries. So we know we went for the 1 deviation play up with the 1 deviation, look for the bar to close, look for the delta outside. Now you're looking at your value area high. Once you see your value area high and what the reaction is, because you're watching value area high and structure in this case. So this is managing live. You can see we rolled our stops to the downside. We know exactly where the entry is. We're not worried about showing this. You want to see what the delta does, and you can see where we located. We're looking for this high volume node right about here. Want to see that high volume node right there? Yeah, in the middle right there. So you're watching structure today. You always look to the left to see where your structure is. You watch out in where the market reacted in the first instance, right there, where the node is, where this transfer node is. So you know exactly where your kill zone is. You make kill zone as small as possible for any re-entry or trip to follow the trade, meaning you're following your delta to the downside. And here's that process that I have a lot of practice doing it. So always have it's called management practice. And I don't show it here, but what we just be doing is trailing, following, trailing, following, trailing, following. Sometimes we do leave them, let them run once we hit break even. Most of the times we do trail aggressively because we follow order flow, which is this. We look for winners to run. So when I see that's why I'm not interested in doing a lot when it comes to I can teach you to be a trade. Can't teach you how to enter a market and exit a market. I can teach you how can't do it live here. Because it takes a lot of practice. A lot of practice. A lot. So you're 9 minutes away from the 10 a.m. So there's a reason why we picked this point here as the exit. The actual exit for us is at 66. You should know why we are exiting at 66. You're looking for full value on the trade. Alright, just gonna run across and do some stuff, so just need to manage something on my. Is the worst. We just now got in that Wendy on the live side. I need to go and do some household chores. And you got 21 and 20 fell on the iPhone. Yeah, being disturbed this morning. I guess he already stops.
Stop field.
Sorry for that. Yeah, they're distracted this morning. Don't have any workmen to actually do some construction for me. I need to get the house painted before next month also, which is pesky. So he just broke even on the micros. Yeah, a little better than break even. Yeah, 10 points maybe. Maybe that's after soybean patient. It's like keep your mind off myself and stuff. I was actually listening to these guys. There's have like a morning.
Sitting on the bus, now you know, now you know. Talking to my friends, now you know, now you know. Red came up to me, bothering me. I said, don't bother me. Now you know.
Hey there, sir. What you doing on this bus? Nobody's supposed to be on buses right now.
Don't worry, I washed my hands. Now you know I got friends. Now you know I got. Now you know.
Jesus
I
Christ.
just really wish you'd put your pants on and get off the goddamn bus again.
I got a lot of pants on that just cut off shorts. Now you know. Now you know. On the bus, now you know. I sanitize my legs. I sanitize my calves. I sanitize you. Now you know. Now you know.
You're starting to scare me. I'm gonna call the cops. Please get off the bus, sir. Please, please, please.
I'm gonna jump on the back of the bus and let you know that you're my good old friend. Now you know, now you know. Sitting on the bus, now you know, now you know.
They agree, you must say smooth no life. Smooth. We'll squash that. We'll fine. It'll be talking right shit all day. It'll be fun if you're looking for some stress relief. That's where it'll go to. It's more on entertainment network. I've been following these guys for quite a while now. They have, I just like part, they have a morning show. I got podcasts in podcast form. And they always do it on YouTube. Also. There's one morning show. It's like about 20,000 people watching them one morning. So 2 or 3,000 watching live. Pretty cool guys. If you like dry humor kind of stuff, you can sit down if you like. They crack me up. Yeah, this is surprising. Yeah, I took one mini loss this morning, got hit badly, got smacked for like 12 or $1,300 on the mini account. Took one loss on the micro, took a little better than break even on the micro and the secondary. You can see we kicked off right off that value high. The idea is get for trying to fight. That so based on what we know of the bill, we don't know if the bill got signed this morning or last night or this morning or not. And did not see check on me and see to see that reason why. Any feed might have it. Yeah, so the bill entails a lot of what I call freebies for rich people. I was like, no, because the difference between read some parts the draft or the bill, if you own a small business, you're more or less screwed because you need to keep all your employees, and then you will get a tax deferral and a loan. If it's a major corporation, you don't need to. You could send home 10% of your employees within the first 6 months, and after that you could do what you want. The only thing the ban is stock buybacks, which if it's a corporation you will find somewhere around that to enrich executives, and it's only $2 trillion. Not my money, not my country, so I don't have a particular opinion on it. Do not have it. Just don't have a political opinion on that. You could do what you want. I just want to make money at the end of the day. Kind of weird when it's actually see people actually doing the wrong things. Like, what the hell is going on? You get a pat on the back for doing the wrong thing. Yeah, so the Fed given big businesses. Oh, you uploaded late because of the internet issues. Yeah. free loans, which is suffering right now already is 2400 out of the body sell on my option trade. Yeah, so the it's funny to me because if Dan and I used to speak, we may have some issues with one another about that because what's good for business is not always good for society. So I'd be like, what? I read through some of it. So some of it is just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous, ridiculous, in my opinion. And they're doing a means just for people. Right, so the average person needs to work for under 75,000 a year, and you still have to go through a means test through how you're setting your taxes for the previous year, which is 2019 or 2018. So what will be, well, again, we know what politics, but we're talking about policy here. It seems weird to me that that would be the policy, and the policy for small businesses where corporations could just get a blank check and do what the F they want. And it'd be like, how? Where? When? Why? I advise you to just, if it's not on, just don't even have to go on Twitter or anything to find holes in this building because a lot of people who smarter than me read through the bill. So that's where I get the bombs from. uh, uh, and this is not political, this is policy. Policy. Policy wise, you got to be freaking kidding me. You're really, really hard. You can say what you want about the mainstream media because if you get a whole of the actual bill with they need to release, you would see some stuff. I went through some of it as it came out. It's ridiculous. The expectation is that's why the market goes up. We're just trying to create certain points. It's ridiculous in my opinion. Anyhow, before I go into a too deep of a rant, me doing trading, it's ridiculous of what people can get away with. You would see Murphy last couple of days talking about the pop part. Ridiculous, I tell you, ridiculous. Be careful on trading. I need to go and take care of my house business. Me wrap it up really. I do have one order sitting on my on my minis. That is right here, small nickel, so you know exactly where I'm looking at. I do have a little order up to get into a mini. I'll call my boy that I went just now there to go and find out if he's available to execute a trade. So I do need to log off on both of my computers for him to have access to it. The account. if you know what I mean. Big sense from nonsense. So see you guys probably this evening if top steppers are around. I do have one order sitting out there, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, no big thing. Take a $1,500 loss on the trade. Need to go and take care of some stuff this morning. Oh my. So see you guys tomorrow because I don't want to be ranting on the people internet. Yeah. Alright, bye.